There is no commandment which has caused so much discussion and debate as the command to love our enemies. First, we are told to love God, and that seems easy enough. Then we are told to love our neighbor, and most of the time that is also doable. But to love our enemies? That seems illogical and unnatural. Then again, is this command really foreign to us? We already pray, "Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us." The gospel today challenges us to love our enemy, for in doing so, we will grow in four areas. First, it will put our love to the test, as it did for David in our first reading. Try to imagine the anger and resentment that David must have held against King Saul for trying to hunt him down and kill him. Saul was chasing David because he was jealous of David's popularity after slaying Goliath and killing 10 times the number of enemies as Saul. The ironic twist in the story is that David was the one hunted, but Saul was the one caught. By most standards, David would have been justified in killing the man who was trying to kill him. Instead, he chose only to shame Saul by taking his spear, which was a symbol of his royal rank. Love is not a sentimental feeling, but an active willing of the best for the other, and there is no greater test than to love our enemies. Second, loving our enemy reveals our true self. Often the people we despise and hate the most have the same traits that we do. What we hate within them is a good mirror of what we are trying to eliminate within our own life. Jesus pointed this out. How can you say to your brother, "Let me remove that splinter from your eye," while the wooden beam is in your own eye? For the arrogance, greed, and crassness that we despise in another may be something we suffer from also. By loving our enemy, it helps clear up these spiritual roadblocks within ourselves that we might not have noticed otherwise. Third, loving our enemies is coupled with a golden rule. Do to others as you would have them do to you. This is more than a negative commandment, asking us not to be mean or hurt others, but it is a positive commandment, asking us to wish others, even our enemies, the best. Being kind to those who are not kind to us is hard, but that's what distinguishes us as Christians. We treat others not as they deserve, but as God wishes them to be treated. The French philosopher Joseph Joubert wrote, "Kindness is loving people more than they deserve." Lastly, if we want mercy, we must practice it also. Jesus said, "Be merciful just as your Father is merciful." Our love for others stands out because it is the same love and mercy which God shows to us. Does the sun shine on only the good people in this world? Do we not all benefit from the rains that fall? God is equally kind and merciful to those who bring him joy and those who disappoint. He loves saints and sinners alike. God practices mercy and love for the same reason we should, to win over a soul. For St. Francis de Sales said, "We cannot have two scales, justice for others and mercy for ourselves." The gospel challenge is this: reflect the same love God shows us to those who do not appreciate it and will never reciprocate it. Then we will know what it feels like to hang on a cross and forgive those who hung you there. Then we will know what it feels like to offer salvation to those who don't deserve it. For Dorothy Day said, "I really only love God as much as I love the person I love the least."